The Print NC website has a very nice tool that will help you plan your Print NC build. The calculator will allow you to specify your desired dimensions in either metric or imperial, and as you proceed through the tool, it will provide you with the materials cut list based on the work area that you want your machine to have. As you can see here, we've got their main website up with the 3design.store/store, which is where the tool is located. If you need to find it yourself, you can go to here to Print NC and then hit that. It'll take you to the same spot. So let's go ahead and get into this. It defaults into a 4 foot by 2 foot or a 1200 by 900 millimeter footprint machine. The first thing you're going to specify is steel long and steel short. These are the dimensions of the rectangular steel tubing that you're going to use to build your machine with. There's some presets here. You've got 75 and 80, which are, or 100, which are in millimeters, and then 3 or 4, which are in inches. So let's go ahead and we'll just do inches, just for grins. And it automatically made steel short 2. Now, if you scroll down just a little bit, you'll see this picture here. And this is what the steel long and steel short is talking about. These pieces here are all made out of steel, okay? So you need to decide what you want your work area to be, okay? This is not the actual outside dimensions of the machine, but the bed of the machine where you're going to do your work. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to leave it the default. And that's how I built my machine, although mine was specified in metric. Your machine footprint, which is the amount of space that your machine is going to take up, is listed here. And then it estimates a max rapid speed. But that can change with controller choices and stepper choices and things like that. Let's go ahead and go to the next page. And now it's telling you what your cut lists are going to be, okay? Your X gantry, you're going to need one at 53 inches. You're going to need 3 52-inch X supports, two 36-inch Y supports, and if you go with a single or a dual Y roller, it gives you a choice as to what you can do. You need 2 of them either way. Mine, I just used a single, so we're going with 3 inches. The X roller, it's also a single part, 3.5 inches. The X angle, which is that aluminum extrusion that I showed in the previous video, the one that needed to have that 90-degree inside corner, okay? This one is 4 inches long, and you only need 1 of them. The wasteboard size is 52 by 36. This is basically the table of that sits on top of the X supports in the machine. If I hop back really quick, this panel right here is the wasteboard. So let's go next. Now it's going to tell you all the hardware that you're going to need, okay? Because these are being ordered from China, all of these dimensions are metric. But it does tell you exact lengths and quantities. The good news is you don't have to remember any of this, because when you submit this for quoting, it will send all that information to them. So you have all of your bearing blocks and couplers and this and that and the other thing, your cable chain, and then again fasteners. And then here's where you can do optional things, okay? If you know for sure you want to use a Gerbil-Howell 2000 controller or a Mesa card or some other card, you can save a little money by just unchecking that, okay? If you already have end stop switches from some other project that are inductive, that are proximity switches, you can go ahead and uncheck that to save a little money. If you've got your own power supply, you can untick that. As you can see, they're not supplying drivers right now because of quality control issues with the original vendor. But as I mentioned yesterday, you can go ahead and get them from Steppers Online. And there's actually a link here that goes to the Steppers Online store. And you can buy them from them or from Amazon. And then you've got your spindle choices, okay? They recommend a 2.2 kilowatt water-cooled unit. If you can do it, pick 220 volts. Don't pick 110. And then you really want to include the fasteners. And then all you need to do is include your shipping destination, country only, your name, any additional comments, your email address, enter the fancy CAPTCHA, and you're done. You hit request custom quote, and it usually takes about 24 hours, depending, and you'll get back a confirmation of the fact that you put the quote in, and you'll get a quote from the seller at AliExpress giving you a total of what your kit is going to cost. So that is pretty much all you have to do. You will, of course, have to source steel locally, but the good news is you now have all of the required material right here. You just say, I need 50, you need one at 53 inches, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and you're good to go. So that's all there is for part 1.5. Thanks, folks.